We'll ask questions at the end. We're going to get through here because we have a lot of meat and potato stuff going on. So I want to get through that first, and then we'll ask questions at the end. So someone that watches it can skip around and do all that good stuff. So,
Mm.
okay, so let's get going here. VipeCloud tips and tools, smarter tools, better systems. Okay, so what we're going to talk today about is some new features that some of you just don't even know because they are just new last week or the week before. So, Offspring lists, we're going to talk about that. Quiet hours, contact filters, forms, and digital business cards. And then if we have time for questions and answers and all that good stuff. So what's up with these tools is why we want to use these. It gives less manual follow-up. Who doesn't want less manual and just automation? We like that automation so you can focus on what is important because sending a text out and doing all that, that's not the important part. That they need it, but you don't need to do it. More consistent communication, better organization for all of this, stronger first impressions, got to have a good first impression, and then just more time back to you, more time for yourself. So we really value that. You need to value that. So okay, so we will get started here. Let's talk about the offspring unit, offspring list. So what this is they created for us at VipeCloud. Well, not at VipeCloud, our IT person did, where you have, if you have an offspring unit, now their unit is in VipeCloud for you. So you see where it says area consultants and then dash whatever it might be. That is your offspring unit. So you go to contact list and then you see the offspring name. So you'll see their name, Tina Smith, whatever it is, and it'll say area consultants. It says area. It just should say consultants, but he put the word area, so we're just letting it be. But for your future area, if you're not at NSD. So, but that's your offspring and their consultants. Nothing is being sent to them, ladies. It just is for your convenience. So if you have an event that you want to send out, or if you have something you want to send them, all their unit members are in there for you. So I just want to let you know that. But you go to contact lists and they're there. I mean, it's pretty simple. And we sync it every night for you. So, okay, thank you. Okay, now let's talk about quiet hours. This is key, ladies. So if you have two screens pulled up or you can do it right now. If not, come back to minute whatever this marker is right here. Remind yourself to come back. You're going to go to the little invite cloud. You're going to go to the little bubble on the left where that little arrow is. So you're going to click there. Then you're going to click on text settings. Okay. Once you click that, then you go to this right here. Quiet hours enforced for all automated text. You're going to click that and bam, quiet hours, click not enforced. This is all because of that Texas SB 140 bill. So we had to set quiet hours because we don't want you guys to get in trouble, because if there's an ambulance chaser out there, somebody trying to get some money for themselves, and they call up your little consultant and say, have you been getting texts? Oh yeah, but she's my friend. But have you been getting it at 9 a.m.? Yeah, then let's get some money from her. We don't know if that would happen, but that's why we did this. Because in the bill, it says you cannot text before 9 a.m. Central Time. So we put 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time just in case time zones. But if you feel that you're okay to not enforce this and not anybody's going to get you in trouble or anything, go ahead and click quiet hours not enforced. Okay. But you have to do it. I don't want to do it. I need you to do it because this is on you. It can't be on me. Number two, I want you guys to see this. Yeah, the default is quiet hours. So you have to click the regular. Number two, though, everyone, Texas or not in Texas, you need to go click this if you want anyone to receive a text that is from Texas from you. Otherwise, they will not receive a text from you. So you have to do that, number two. I put out tons of emails about this. We're going to put it out again. Some people just still haven't done this, so I'm really encouraging you to do this. If you live in Texas, you got to do number 3. It'll say if it's applicable or not to you. Obviously, you know if you're in Texas or not, but you need to do that because nothing's going out for you if you live in Texas and if you've not done number 3. So putting that out there. So those are your quiet hours and your little things to do. Okay. Okay, what do we have next? Okay, contact filters, how to. This is exciting because a lot of people were asking for this because in our old system we could do it. So we can do it here now too. So, okay, so this is if you, let's say you have your unit list and you only want to send it to everyone, but there's like 3 people you don't want to send it to. Or let's say you have, let's just keep it at that. We'll keep it simple, keep it going. And just say you want to click on a few people you don't want to send it to. So what you do, so this can go for texting and emailing. This works for both of them. In this example, we're going to show you texting though. So you click that little plus button, which does, you can do so much with that little plus button. And then we're going to click on, we're going to do a text right here. So she's going to click on text right there. And then you're going to send to a contact list. And so let's pretend, I don't know what you have in here, but PS customers, we're doing PS customers. Remember, any list that we sync starts with PS, just so you guys know. Most of you is PS customers and PS unit that a lot of you send to. So right here, so PS customers, 185. And let's say there's just 3 of them I don't want to send to. So where it says merge and filter contacts, you click that. And then look, they show up and you can uncheck who you don't want to send it to. Isn't that amazing? And then you save and preview send. And then you type in your, so right there, now it's going to say filtered because you filtered it, but it's still your PS customers, okay? And then you type in your message and then you can send or schedule it. But isn't that cool? I'm excited for you guys on that. That was something that we really needed. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. So, okay. So there's that. And then I think that's everything. Okay, now this is the really good stuff. I mean, those are things that I just needed to tell everyone about, and that's really good in VipeCloud. But here are the sign up forms and how-tos. And this is just, my goal is to have as much automated for you as possible so you can have that personal touch where you need to have it. You need your systems when you, I was just talking to someone today and she said it very well. And this is always in the Mary Kay world, but if you have your systems set up the right way, when you're working, when you can't work and they're set up, it's still working for you. I know it's said in a different way, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. But it'll work for you when you can't work. So that's why I really do that. And then the other thing also is nowadays, when you have automations, it allows you to do so much more. And we are going to talk a little about, let me kind of share, this is, Brittany brought this to my attention. I want to explain what a funnel and a flow is real quick. Because honestly, I was like, I think I kind of had them backwards in my mind a while ago, but I'm going to share with you. And this was like kind of a real life situation. So I'm sure you hear about funnels and flows and filters and tags and all of this techie stuff. We have it all. We don't, I have not went into great detail about it, but we have it all. Some people will say, oh, VipeCloud is not a CRM. It is a simple CRM because CRMs can be very complicated at times. And you have to do a lot yourself. We do it all for you. And in the Mary Kay world, we're doing the essentials. If you want to get real techie, you still can do it in VipeCloud, but we just don't tend to need to get super techie on certain things because we can keep it going pretty simple. But let me explain to you what funnel is. Funnel is like a road trip plan. You go where you're going to start, going from California to New York. That's the funnel. It's the road trip, the plan, how I'm getting there. I'm planning out how I'm going to get there. The flow is what the tools you're going to use. I'm going to use cruise control. I'm going to use a GPS prompt. I'm going to get reminders along the way. That's kind of the flow. So does that make sense? And Brittany, you can chime in here if you want to explain it a little better, or just chime in and start talking about the part your part. So But here's Brittany. Thank you, ladies.
No, I feel like you explained it so well. And if within Mary Kay to take that, a funnel is where you're meeting your lead, you're getting a number, right? You're meeting somebody, and then you're getting them to be a return customer, right? Or even a team member is the end goal. So that's like your road trip. And then all these processes along the way are part of that flow. So sign up forms can be a great tool to use within your flow of transitioning somebody from a stranger essentially to a returning customer. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, we've got some great sign up forms actually already in PinkSuccess in your templates. And again, for you to have access to sign up forms, you do need to have an email service with us. So, whether that be text and email or email by itself, that is how you get access to these sign up forms. But where you find them, let's go over where you find them first, is on your VipeCloud. You're going to want to do this from your computer, not the mobile app. You're going to click on the little lightning bolt on the left-hand side. That's your automation category. And once you get there under lead capture, you'll see sign up forms. Go ahead and click that. Within here, you'll see some sign up forms that we have actually created and shared with you. So we've got like a beauty profile sign up form that we just recently added. This is a great way for you to be able to do a little pre-profiling before parties or facials, etc. The other great part is these are templates, so you can come in here and customize this if you would like. Or it's ready for you to go. So within every one, you'll see a beauty profile. These ones are LMS specific, so you won't have those in your sign up forms unless you have LMS with us. We also have a Pink Perks questionnaire, which you can actually share just the sign up form to Pink Perks with somebody. So if you're having an in-person career chat with them, you could share this sign up form and be like, hey,
Yeah.
just because you met with me, you can actually join my customer loyalty program and you can have them sign up that way, kind of get a little bit of information about how they felt about it. Of course, it also goes along with the Pink Perks video if you want to just send them that link to the video landing page, but it can be used on its own. And then we also have which it looks like maybe this one's missing it, but we have a sample questionnaire as well in their sample request form. So you can send it to somebody, they can request some samples, you'll get their name and their address and all of that. And that all of the results come directly to your email. So whenever somebody fills out a sign up form, it comes straight to your email box so you can see those results. But let's walk through how to create one because maybe the wheels are turning and you're like, oh, I could use a sign up form for whatever you would like in your business. We're going to just do a quick walkthrough of how you create one so you can see how nice and simple it really is. So when you're on the sign up form page, you want to go ahead and click the green create button over here on the right. That's going to open up here your sign up form options. And this is where you can name your sign up form. For this one, we're going to do what's, oops, your new year glow. And we want this to be a lead capture, but also a fun option is that there's a category quiz as well. So you could create like a quiz to send to your customers, could be some fun options there. For today, we're going to do the lead capture though, and then you're going to click the blue create sign up form button. Now this is going to open up where you're going to add all this information. So the first thing that we want to do is add those fields in there, right? Because we want them to be able to answer those questions. And the first ones are going to be right here in this block, add contact field. You're going to want to put in first name, last name, and then you can do email and mobile phone is kind of our recommendation maybe for those four. Ultimately, it's your choice, but those are kind of our first four that we definitely recommend. And then after that, we can add in some custom fields, right? So that's where you go create a field for the form. Okay, this is like a custom field. And you have lots of different options here for them to be able to choose from. We like to use the drop down a lot or the pick list. So let's go ahead and go through both of those. So let's do pick list first, and then that way you can kind of see the difference in them. So we'll do pick list. And for this one, we're going to do the best way. Oh, I can't type today. Best way to reach you. And then you're going to add some options. And so for this one, we'll do text, and then you're going to click the plus sign, or you can do email. and then click the plus sign. Once you have all of your options in, then you can just go ahead and click that blue save. And now you'll see that question down here, best way to reach you. Okay, now this time let's do a Dropbox. So we're going to do drop down, and then we'll put in this one. What does your new year glow focus on right now? The other neat thing is maybe you have created a list of questions, or maybe you asked AI to help you create a list of questions and you already have a list somewhere else. That's where this paste option can be great. So that I'm going to use the paste option this time because I've got my list here that I've already created. And so I want to add in these options. And so I can just paste them here. And then I click add options and it enters it. So then I don't have to go in and type each one individually because that does take up a little bit of time. So if you can copy your list and then paste it, it's great. Be sure to double check it though, because it looks like this one, easy routine, shouldn't be its own. It was supposed to be in here with simple. So simple, easy routine. So be sure to just double check it. And then again, we're going to click save on this one, and we'll notice that one down here. And then we'll add one more. Let's do create field or form. And for this one, we're going to do text area because maybe we just have a question and we want them to fill out. So we're going to say anything you'd like me to know.
And that's where they can type in a sentence or two. It's a text area. That's what that's called.
Yes. You'll also notice below you could add a description. So maybe you want your question to stand out, but you want to add a little bit extra information underneath that question. Could be that you have like a pick list, right? And for this one, you want to say multiple choice, right? Choose as many as you would like, something like that. You can add that into the description here. And then if we scroll up, you'll notice now that we have a little preview box. If we click preview, it's going to open up the way we have our form set up right now. So you'll notice best way to reach you. It has that little description and a little lighter font underneath. So that's where you can add a little bit more info for your question if you would like. But you'll notice we've got our ones where they can check them and choose which one they would like. This is our drop down, which is their focus, where they can choose an answer there. And then here's where they can type in those texts. So 3 different options you can really add to your form. But looks a little basic, right? We're missing some things. So we're going to go in here and kind of
Can I say one
personalize
thing
it.
real quick, Brittany? Can I say one thing that the required button, like if you didn't want to do the required for anything you want me to know, you can uncheck that,
Yeah. So maybe we don't want them for this one. We could uncheck that.
the choice.
And then you'll notice on here too, it does update automatically on this fields section. So now if we come back over here and we do a little refresh, this doesn't have the little asterisk afterwards. So they could submit this form and not say anything in this box. Okay. Otherwise, so you can make them required or not required, up to you. Okay, so now let's personalize it a little bit. So we're going to click on form details here, and right here it said sign up. That could be a little confusing maybe with this one because they're not necessarily signing up for anything. So you could change that to maybe say submit. And then also underneath the button type, if you click where it says change, you can actually pick a different color for your button or a different design altogether for that button. Okay. With these ones, though, they don't auto-save. So when you change the button or the theme, be sure to click Save Button Theme underneath. And you'll see the 2 black boxes that click Save. You can also add a customized thank you message afterwards, right? So you could customize that a little bit. Again, be sure to click the Save Visitor Sign Up Details when you're done with that. And then again, you can always come to yours and refresh it. And we'll see that submit button got updated. So now we'll go to the landing page. And here's where you could add like a banner image up at the top if you wanted, a page title, and your description. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a banner image here. And got one that we did. All right, so once you've got your banner in there, go ahead and click choose. Now we've got a banner going, and then you can add in a page title. So we'll do, what's your new year glow again? And then here's where we've got the description. You could put a little bit of information about what this form is or what happens when they submit the form, whatever information you want them to get, you can add there. You could also add a background image if you would like. That's where you do this. And then I like to set the landing page width to 800 and then click save. And you'll notice here the width will change a little bit, and now it's a little bit more in the box when you
Is it
change that
still
to
mobile friendly then?
still mobile friendly. Mhm. And then you could look at it and decide how you feel about it. The wording here, you could come back to description. You can make it bigger. You can make it where it is centered on the page underneath that title. So a lot that you can customize here. But now we're looking a little more personal, a little more Mary Kay cute, right? A little more fun for them to fill out. Then after that, we get to some really neat automation aspects here. So this is where we're talking about having your tools work for you even when you're not working, right? So you
Hey,
could send
Brittany,
this. Mhm.
before we get into automations, Christine had a good question. She said on the beauty profile, when I click on it, it says fields are locked until you unlink them from the parent. Should she unlink them? Um, or is it easier to just make a copy of that form
Yeah,
into her?
maybe I can show you that when we finish this one
Okay.
at the end. But that's a good question. Yeah. But just to kind of keep the video all together, maybe we'll finish going through our demo and then I'll go back and show you how you can customize those, Christine. Um, so for automations, when you click on the automation, you have the choice to either go ahead and set up a trigger so that when somebody signs up for this form, it's just going to automatically send them a text or email. It can even send them a series of messages that you have created. So you want to be sure to go and create those within VipeCloud, create a text, create an email, create a series of them for them to be able to do. But it's really nice and easy. You just come here and click create automation. And then you can choose your action. Do you want to send an email? Do you want to send a text? Or do you want to launch a series? And remember, a series is like a couple different messages that you have created that are going to go out over the course of however long you've assigned it or
Needed
decided
it
to go out.
for, yeah. Mhm.
Set it up for. Thank
So
you.
email and send text is one single thing. A series is an email or text series,
hmm
two or
And you can
more.
even do both. So you can choose to have your automation send an email. So I could go send email here, and I'm just going to choose the first template. And so now it shows that I'm going to send an email template when they sign up. Or I can also, not or, but I can also come here and choose a text message to have them send it to. So if you wanted them to receive both, you could do that. If you want them to just receive one, you can choose one or the other. Um, so that's really exciting. And then the other neat thing is that you can actually customize this. So if you click edit automation, and then you click save and add conditions down here at the bottom, you can actually add the condition that maybe they only get the email if the best way to reach you includes email. Then they get an email reply. And then for the text, you can say that they only get that text message if they chose best way to reach you is text. So then you're really kind of listening to them too with that one. There's other areas in which they can do this, such as maybe you want to you've got it for more of a career chat type of an aspect, right? Maybe you have it where it's they only get a certain automation if they've chosen that they are a 5 out of 5 that they want to sign up for Mary Kay, and then they get a certain thing, right? And maybe they get a different thing if they're a 3 out of 5. So you can really customize the content that they're receiving after they have signed up for that form based on their answers here. Okay, so that's kind of another fun one. And then maybe let's say you created it and you didn't set up the automations yet, you can always come here and just schedule and send a message to everybody who has signed up, right? So maybe life was busy, you didn't have a chance to create that text message yet, but you wanted to get the form out. You can come back later and you just do a schedule send, and you can send an email or a text to everybody that has filled out that sign up form. Okay, so a little bit about automations. Then admin, we can add some other items here as well. You want to make sure that right here where it says send email alert to assigned on sign up, that means you'll get an alert every time somebody fills out this sign up form. If for some reason you do not want to get an email alert when somebody fills out the form, be sure to uncheck that box and click the save admin at the bottom. But otherwise, keep that checked and you will get an email every time. And then I like this add signups to a contact list. So beforehand, you can create an empty contact list. Like for this one, I would have titled it like New Year Glow sign up form, right? And then you can come here and select that contact list. Everybody's added into there. And then it's a nice, easy way for you to, again, be able to communicate with them, reach out to them, etc. Okay. And then signups where you can come and see who filled out the form and what their answers were. Right. So that's kind of pretty quick and easy to create a sign up form. And there's unlimited options on what you could do really for your business for sign up forms, how you could communicate. You could use them with consultants, you could use them with customers. So lots of different options there. So let's talk about Christine's question though. If we go to just sign up forms here, and we go to the beauty profile right here, you're saying that you want to edit it, but you can't. If you unlink these fields, it essentially makes a copy into your account. So you don't need to create a copy. You just click unlink fields. It's saying, are you sure? Because basically once you unlink it, if we make any updates to it, it won't update within your account. But you can go ahead and just click continue. And now this is like your beauty profile form, and you can come here and edit the options. So maybe you had a different, maybe you didn't want maximum hydration, extreme dry, oily, dry skin on there. You could go ahead and delete it and then click save, right? You could remove one completely. So you can really customize that beauty profile. And if you have texting and emailing with us, your beauty profile does have an automation for a text message to go out to them when they have completed the beauty profile. All right. Any
Can you
Any
show
other?
them now where that looks like, what it looks like because it just made a copy, or is it's still in the same spot? It's just not linked anymore.
Yeah, if you go to sign up forms now, you'll still see beauty profile right here. It says lead capture. It still says copy from Sean, but when you click and open it, everything in here is just you have access to edit it. So it's still in the exact same form. If you wanted to create a different one, like maybe you want to keep the standard beauty profile, but maybe you're doing a specific event for that's more color specific, and you kind of want to use this as a template to create a color specific one, you can click the three dots on the right-hand side and click copy sign up form. And then you want to click create copy in your own account, and then go ahead and click OK. And now your beauty profile now says copy, which you can rename it. Those names only you see, but you could rename it and say like color
Could
for
they
that.
copy, keep the link, the parent link, and copy that so they have that still, but then have, okay.
Yeah.
So
So if you didn't want to unlink the beauty profile, but you still wanted to be able to be updated by us or be that version, you could leave the beauty profile linked and then just come here and create a copy sign up form. The other thing that I should have mentioned in the first one is that you can choose to copy the automations and the scheduled sends, and then anything that you've created in there or that we have created. For example, this one, again, if you have texting, it will have that text message with it. That will come with the copy. If this is not checked and you have some automations for text or email, then you'll have to recreate those in the new version. Okay, so again, you could check that one.
And Brittany, do
Um,
you want to show them where they can find the link if they want to share the link
mhm.
for the form?
So if you click on the form that you want, right here is where your landing page link is that you could share. with your customers, with your consultants, whoever you're wanting to send this with. You can also customize it. It's kind of nice that VipeCloud allowed us to have some customization here, so you could create it and personalize it. The other thing
You
that I
put
love,
like color or your name, like you can put anything after that .com
yeah,
backslash.
you
Well,
could
right
put
there,
like
you just type.
New Year Glow,
Yep,
customize, and now they would go to this
I like that.
vipelink.com New Year Glow. So you can really personalize it to you, right? So it looks a little more personalized and not as, randomly generated, I guess, for that sign up form link. The other thing that I love that VibeCloud did is right here, there's a generate QR code button. And so if you click that, it's going to generate a QR code that will link them right to the sign up form. And you're actually going to see that in action a little bit in just a couple minutes when we talk more about our digital business cards. But
Isn't that nifty? I love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any other sign up form specific questions while I'm in here?
Christine said, to clarify, we have to send them this form for clients or potential clients to complete it or any forms we create. And I said, yes, you would send it to them. Um, if
We
there was
would not
more to
send
that
it.
question, yeah, I'm not sure if I was missing part of that question or if there was something more you wanted to explain, but yeah, these are not forms that we're sending. If you are making them yourself, you're sending them out. And you can send them with that link that Brittany showed you, or you can send them via email, or you can send them with the QR code. If you have the QR code printed out, or you can text it or what. I mean, I guess texting wouldn't really work, but
I just
You would
text the
have
link.
to include the link in an email to be able to email it out. You can't just like email the sign up form and have it show up in an email format, but you could email or text out the link either
Okay.
way. Um, and whether with the sign up forms, whether we've created them or whether you've created them, we're not sending out any of the sign up forms for you. All of this is information that you would need to share with your consultants or customers or whoever you're wanting to fill out that form.
We do send the pink perks out though for
Only
you.
if they've signed up, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you have
I
to
mean, I guess you're
initially,
right. You're right. You still have
yeah.
to, yeah, you're right. I'm thinking the
Yeah.
form, I'm thinking the automation, like we do that for you.
Yeah, we
But
do
yeah,
the
you're right.
automation of the pink perks, but you have to send out the initial sign up form link for them to submit that form. Looks like Victoria has a question.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I have a quick question. So let's say when we collect the information, like customer profile, like beauty profiles, is there
Mhm.
any way we can transfer that information somewhere? Like, you know what I mean?
So it
On
will
different
create a
apps, is it on the,
contact.
yeah.
It will create a contact in VipeCloud. I don't know if that's maybe what you're referring to, but when they fill out this beauty profile, any of
Uh-huh.
the sign up forms where it has their first, last name, email, and mobile phone, this is going to create a contact in your VipeCloud list. For
Uh-huh.
the information below it, though, where you're talking about like your skincare needs and
Yeah.
their concerns, you can export it into an Excel document.
You can.
Yes.
But you
Yeah.
also can see it, but if, let's do one just real quick so they can see what the signups look like.
Yeah, like
Because
I'm a visual person, like I need to see what's going on.
Yeah.
so when
Um,
they sign
All
up,
sounds really
do
great though.
so for example, our Pink Perks one,
Signups. Okay, so you go to signups.
yeah, said there was one, but there's not. But you'll go to signups. So this works great. You'll go to signups, and then normally you will see your sign up information here.
and the
Kind of
answers
like
will be right under there.
yeah, you would see like their name, and then it'll show the answer to the questions. Okay.
What is
Um,
cool is you can if there's conditions you can do, like if they answer a certain way, then you can have a certain text or email go to them.
Mhm.
That's
mhm.
the whole point of it. So that's why I believe it's super important to do your forms in VipeCloud, because if you have them in Google, it's not going to work with VipeCloud. Like this just all works together. So I know a lot of, Google Forms are great, but when you want to use them for automations and you have VipeCloud, it's not going to talk to each other.
Mhm.
But Victoria, if you wanted to download the whole list, like maybe you're having a party or an event, you want to see everybody's just on one page, you can click export right here. And it'll have this UTF-8 is the default, but you want to change it to this one that says Excel friendly.
Can you open it so I can take a picture of it? Okay, so because that's what I think I was asking.
I don't think it's gonna open anything because we don't have it.
I
I
think
mean,
maybe
yeah.
she just wants it right here like this.
Or
And then you would just click Start Export, and it'll actually send the Excel file to your email.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so you'll get an email directly from VipeCloud where you can download the Excel sheet.
So then my next question would be, let's say they filled in sign up form, like custom profile, for example, and if there is a automation thing happening, will I be charged for every text? Like, will you guys use my text credits if it's texting, for example?
If it's texting, it will use the text credit because credits are used up when an automation is triggered or when a mass message is going out. So yes, it would use the text credit to send that to them. You could have it send an email instead if you're concerned about text credits, which obviously wouldn't cost you any credits there.
Credit, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody, does anybody have any other questions? Because I have one more, but it's more about like text credits. What's the option for like unlimited? Do you have like that? I think.
No.
No. No.
No, no. It's just it's the buckets of either upgrade for $13.50 per 500, or you buy them as you go for $18.50 for 500.
Are you planning to do some kind of like unlimited stuff? Unlimited.
That's all a VipeCloud issue, so no. No, but they're the least expensive out of we've looked at it all, and they're the least expensive for credits by a nice amount. When it doesn't sound like a nice amount, but when you get a lot going, it's a nice difference. So
Yeah, just like because let's say I'm booking from my personal phone, okay, still, but I've been thinking it's like, well, if I can do it through here, that would be convenient. But then my question is, how much would it cost me? Because I bought.
basically it's a credit per message.
Yeah.
So I mean it comes to 2 point something, but again, it's less expensive than anywhere else. So yeah. But no, he's not planning on doing anything unlimited because it's so expensive now. Yeah, no.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Now let's move on are we ready to move on to the digital business card, Brittany?
We could definitely talk about the digital business card.
I'm excited. Okay, so we're going to have you do a form. I'm gonna have you fill out a form so you can get a feel for this. So scan this real quick and then I'm gonna get talking. But use your phone, or Leah's gonna put a link into the chat here in just a second because some of you might be on your phone right now. So, but it takes you directly to the form. So you're gonna see it in action. But let's go back to let them do this here, I guess, just for a hot second. But do that and it'll go to form. But we want to get your input for digital business cards. So here's the link. Leah just put it in there in case you can't, but if you need a copy of it. But digital business cards, we want to know how you would use it, why you would use it, your plan of like, I'm not coming up with the right wording, ladies.
So
Leah with Brittany.
we're wondering, because people ask for digital business cards all the time. We're wondering how exactly you're planning on using them. Are you planning on using it as like an image that you would text out to people? Are you planning on using it as like a landing page that would have buttons to direct them to like your Mary Kay website, your personal website, your, whatever you want to direct them to, or like forms you can attach a
Social
button,
media.
And
social media,
it's
that
not a
kind of stuff.
multiple choice. Where do you see yourself using digital business cards? We have to choose one.
Oh,
I
like
think
the
it was,
buttons.
where do you see them using it most?
Oh, yeah. Okay, do we need
Hard
to? Okay.
question.
No right or wrong. We're just trying to get a feel because so if you go back a page, Brittany, on the presentation real quick. So we put the QR code on there, but then we're like, do we need QR code on there? We really don't. Um, Or we might not be thinking it clearly through because you need a QR code. Yes, you want, when you're out warm chattering, you want your QR code and you want it to take them to, when they do it, it takes them directly to your digital business card. Okay. But the actual QR code doesn't need to be on there because they're not going to scan it. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to know what you want to use it for, like Leah was saying, and just get a feel for your thoughts and suggestions because we've built it's pretty much ready, but we want to, and they won't necessarily look exactly like this, but they'll be kind of like this. We're going to give you choices. We'll have a default one, and then, but you do have the choice to go in. And honestly, our goal is all the links will be there for you. Like you won't even have to do anything. That is my goal for you. I'm hoping that works out and you don't have to go in and do anything. You may have to, but the goal is for you not to have to. And maybe things that you want to see on it. Like some people say an iStory. Obviously, you would have to go in and do that. But like, or a certain kind of landing page, or like, I just don't know. You want to keep it simple. I've seen multiple business cards. I personally think simple is better. Because if you're too overwhelming to someone, they're just going to shut down. That's just my personal opinion. Once they get to know you, that's why the LMS is so good. They get to know you that way. You don't need to just throw everything on them right at first. So, but anyway, so that's kind of, so if you do the beauty thing, if you do the QR code, you're going to go to the form. When you fill out that form, then you're going to get a series of texts. So you're going to experience what your customers and your team members, if you're doing a form, how it would be. So that was kind of why we wanted to segue into that. But otherwise, do we need to cover, before we get to questions, Brittany and Leah, real quick, do we have anything else we need to cover before questions?
I don't think so.
We did. I think we did good. This was good. Hopefully this was super helpful. Okay, so I'm up for questions. Maybe even you can talk a little about the digital business card. We really want you to fill out the form though too, because that's going to help us. Or other questions, whatever you want. We're open for the next 13 minutes. I try to stick to an hour. I know we sometimes go over, but I really try. But does anyone have any questions, anything like that?
John, this is Bridget. I filled out your thing just now, but for me, and you guys know me, for me, I'm not even sure how I would use it all. I mean, instantly I think of, I do like warm chat or, at a networking event. And I know that a lot of the people now, they prefer a digital card. And I wanted to get to them so that they can add me into their contact list. But then I also want to get information about them. So probably a whole lot more ways that I would use it once I really got comfortable with it. So I'm just telling you that because the survey may be a little slanted for you.
Good. Okay, Laura says MK is offering a basic digital contact card now with the new site. I think we were aware of that. Why we want to do it is because you have remember the funnels, the flows? We got all that. They don't have it. That's why we want that for you guys. But yes, they are offering it. And this is, these are included. There's no extra fee or anything. If you have the email package, that's included for you. Yeah. Okay, I want to write down a question real quick, Bridget. Also want to get.
I have a question too.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So is this going to work similar to like the dot card where I just hand you, like you just scan and my contact information is automatically in your phone?
As of right now, it does not work that way. That's
Okay.
not the technology that VipeCloud can do. I don't think they have the
Okay.
I
Ability
think
to
it
do
takes a
that.
lot to get to that point.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the
But you're
focus.
familiar with what I'm talking about, right? The dot card thing where, it's actually a real card. It's a thick thing,
Mhm.
and someone just scans it, and you've shared information.
Yes.
I think it even tells the day and the stamp of like where and when and etc. You met them.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not
I
sure
don't know
exactly.
fully on that part, but yeah, and that's, I think, the full force, I think, is like 25 a month. Am I right?
I'm not really sure about that either, to be honest
So,
with you.
and so that's kind of, I
Hmm.
looked into that,
Hmm.
um, because I did look into it and like, oh, I just was like, most Mary Kay people won't want to pay that for that purpose.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but yes, but I think they have, I mean, it's a good product, but in the Mary Kay industry, I don't think
Hmm.
it's probably versus, again, the funnels, you can just do
Right.
so much more this way. But no, this is all good. We're trying to figure out how it will work. Um, and we're talking with VipeCloud also just, to make it work really well. But this is all good. So yeah, keep it
I
coming.
think it's the same thing you would use a paper business card, with a warm chatter and just sharing here's my information, and vice versa. I think it's that the same way, right?
Right. So they would have, so if you send them the link, if they scan a QR code and it
Hmm.
goes to your digital business card, they have the link. And then honestly, they click the buttons to say text, like it's
Hmm.
there then.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. We just still are thinking of fully, but this is all good information. Yeah. I just don't know exactly how it will work. Brittany or Leo, you can chime in too if you got anything.
Well, I was just gonna say to give accurate information, Dot doesn't have a monthly subscription, but you can't control the design of it the way that we can here. Like ours is very like if you want to throw the picture up of some of the examples we were throwing around. And again, these aren't necessarily exactly
But
what it's gonna look like in
subscription, real
final.
quick.
Right.
Dot does have a subscription. You got to pay something.
No,
I looked it up. Yeah. You have
it's
different plans.
it says there is there a monthly subscription fee? No, unlike your favorite streaming services, we here at Dot don't play hard to get. The one-time purchase of a Dot device is all it takes to start a life full of connecting through your Dot profile.
They've changed it then from a year ago. Okay.
Yeah, no, because I did look at it. I have looked at it a year ago as well, and yeah, there was a subscription, but now there it looks like there's
Okay.
not.
Okay. We'll have to look into it. Okay. Good to
Victoria,
know. Okay.
yeah. But yeah, what I was saying is that like this looks a lot more Mary Kay. You have a
Right.
lot more control over
Hmm.
what you're looking at. Victoria had a question, it looks like.
Yeah, so can we do like a separate workshop about digital cards?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've heard about it and now like completing the survey, like I didn't put a lot of thoughts into it, like how exactly I'm going to use it. And I feel like we have like a great, group of directors here. So just to brainstorm, I don't know, like how I would use it.
It's kind of why we're doing this to brainstorm quickly now. That's
Yeah.
also why
Can we
we
do
do
it
the
like a
form. And then we will brainstorm some more and we might even reach out to you depending on what questions you had. That's why we have a little space for you. There was a space for them to write questions, right?
I
No.
added it at the bottom just a couple
Oh,
minutes ago. So if you
okay.
guys already filled out the form, it may not have been on there, but it is now.
Okay, good.
Just because I was looking at the comments and I was like, oh, we don't have a spot for that. Because I was going to say, oh, definitely put that in your form. And then I realized there is not a spot in the form.
You
So
want to fill it out again, it's not going to hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
That,
exciting. It's just like, yeah, if we can just share what everybody like can be using it
so
for.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because
once
I
we
like yeah, I need to think about it, How am I going
no,
to?
exactly. So what we want to do, so we're going to take what your answers are. We're going to try to come up with something very quickly is our goal. But also, um, and then we'll have one once it's designed also. And then we can always make adjustments, like, cause that's the cool thing. We're part of, we have a person at VipeCloud and we can make our own changes. Um, so yeah. So yeah.
Dawn, would it be like a phone number is like my call number, and then a text number would be like my PinkSuccess VipeCloud number?
Um, if if you want that option, yes. Right now, I have the call number both text. I just have call text as your
Yeah.
VipeCloud
Right,
number
because as a ByteCloud, okay. But but we
because
can't call on that number, right?
they can leave a message.
They can leave a message, but it won't ring through to my phone. Is that right?
No.
That's what I was thinking. I thought, well, I got to get that straight. I'm new, obviously.
No, they as of right now, VipeCloud does not have call forwarding. We're working on that, but I guess it's pretty pricey
Oh,
and
okay.
a lot involved, and I don't
But
want
when
to.
you say so the voice, is there a voicemail on there then that they can leave a message?
Right now it's a default, but you can go change the wording. It's not your voice. That's another thing is on our
Okay.
list, but it's not there yet. But you can change the wording to say this is Phyllis or whatever. You can change the wording, but it's just
Okay.
not your voice.
Okay.
Yep. And then you just go under texting, it'll say voice recording or something like that. Yeah. So no, good questions. But yeah, no, take your time if you want to fill it out again or take your time filling out, no rush on it. The digital business cards are not up and running yet. I was hoping it was going to be this week, but there's a couple these merge links, so you don't have to fill it in. It's going to take a little more time. So honestly, it's probably the beginning of the year is probably when they'll be ready.
Okay. Cool.
So, okay. Any other questions?
I just have a comment. I noticed there's real confusion among my consultants as well as customers by using, a VipeCloud number. So I'm always saying to them, the fastest way to reach me is, and I give them my personal cell number.
Okay.
And then the other number that you see that you can reach me on and I will respond, that's my texting service. I'm not quite sure my wording is right, but I want them to know the distinction because I'm not always on VipeCloud checking my messages, where my text on my cell phone, I get right away and I respond. And the
Two
phone
things.
calls
Yep.
on my phone, I respond to quickly. But I'm always thinking, okay, it's one more step. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's not a complaint. It's just
Right.
I guess,
You have to open up the notification. So we'll think this through. You'll probably have options and you may just have to go in and change the merge tag to, you might just need to go change it because some people everybody's gonna want different things. So we're gonna pick probably what the norm will be. I just don't know what that'll be yet after we get all of these. And we might honestly send you another questionnaire since you were here. Like get another one once we talk this through and just strategize.
Because Sean, if
But
you
everything
use
will be able to be customized though. You're not stuck with anything. Like it all can be customized.
Okay, good, because I noticed Christine just made the comment. I like the wording, my office number,
Office or personal number, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or something. Well, see, even with I have a separate office number. I don't want three numbers listed. I'm weaning them off of that because I'm getting rid of that number, and I'm just giving them my personal cell number. But I do tell them about the text service so that they know that it's not a scam.
Got it. So going back to the credits, Brittany,
Yeah.
and I was in question on that too. Explain this real quick because I'm like, well, maybe it's only mass texting.
So the way that Adam had described it to us before was anytime that you have an automation being triggered, it costs credits, right? Because there's things on the back end that are being done there. So that takes a credit, even if it's only going to one person. Or if you're sending it out in what we call mass text, but could be referred to as a group text. So if you're sending a message to 2 or more people, it's going to cost you credits as well. But if you're having a one-on-one conversation with somebody, so if you have a customer who replies to your text thing and says, hey, I need my miracle set refilled, and you're like, great, I can deliver that tomorrow, your message to her saying that you can deliver it is not going to cost you a credit. So
Thank you.
one-on-one conversations don't cost credits, but group messages or automations will cost you credits. So would a text from a business card cost a credit? Like for you to send them your business card? Is that your question? If you're sending your business card to them and you're only sending it to one person, it's not going to cost a credit. If you're sending your business card to 2 or more people via text, it's going to cost a credit. It doesn't cost anything for them to text you. That doesn't take up any
Yeah,
credit.
incoming is nothing.
Only when you're sending messages. So I don't know if that answered your question, Laura, or not.
I think, okay, what if, like, let's say they text you first,
What do you mean?
the office number. So, like, I didn't send.
Incoming doesn't cost credits.
Okay, but then I respond to them.
One-on-one conversation, so it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't matter whether they started or you started it. One-on-one conversations don't cost you any credits.
Okay, so then let's say if I'm booking people and I do it like individual text, it wouldn't cost, but if it's a mass text, it would.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So basically, and to do that individual text, I need to create like their contact profile or whatever there, right?
I mean, you'd have them in contacts. So when you go to send a message, instead of doing to a contact list, you would do to contact, and you can only put one person in there.
One
I
person.
need
Yeah.
to put them there first. Like,
I'm sorry, what?
well, I need to kind of like to put the information there first, right?
Their contact would need to be in VipeCloud first, but you would just do text to contact and then choose your contact. But if you add 2 people in there, even though they're getting those messages individually, that then makes it a mass text and will cost you credits.
The one-on-one, it doesn't take.
One-on-one doesn't.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if we send it out for you like it's an automation and it's just to one person, that does cost. Like, let's say it's a new consultant text or you're something LMS, like it's an automation, then that does cost. But if you're just talking back and forth and it wasn't sent by us, it does not cost you credits.
Yeah.
So I think that was good intel. I was like, man, I feel like there's more to it. So thank you for remembering that, Brittany. And a lot of people, I think, were pretty excited about that.
Yeah. It's a good little tidbit.
Yes, a little extra there. So yay. Okay, any other questions?
Sean, where do you buy the extra credits? How do you do that?
Brittany, can you show them that real quick? I would love that.
Yes. Let me get
A
it.
lot of people need that. So when you want to, let me say this while she's getting this to you. If you see that you keep going over credits, contact us and up your subscription and we'll up it on the 15th for you because you'll get the full amount. If not, it's fine. If you just only need it once in a while, then get it yourself. Because if you up it with us, you save $5. And then you can always take it back down. But you want to up it on the 15th just to get your full credits. You'll be prorated if you do it like.
How many credits do you start off with, Sean?
What?
How many credits do you start off with on the 15th?
If you have the texting, like we text your unit and everything, you're at 1,000 credits. Most everyone's at 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are the other options again?
500. Either you up it with us for $13.50 and we like to do it on the 15th of each month. I mean, we'll do it any time, but you won't get that extra 500 right away. You get that 500 on the 15th. So then it's prorated throughout the month. But if you want it, so that's $13.50. But if you want to just get a little bucket of your own, it's $18.50. 2 things. See where it says you have 1764 credits. Make sure your little thing, your toggles, receive an email when your credits drop below 100. Make sure that's on, ladies.
Okay.
You want to have that on. Okay, so Brittany, will you show them how to add text credits, please?
Yeah. So how you get to this page is just like when we did the quiet hours. You're going to click on the communication bubbles on the menu on the left-hand side, and then go down to text settings. And then you're going to scroll down. Basically, I'm at the bottom of the page is where you'll see your credits. And this is where you can see how many credits you have left over. Remember, credits do roll over, right? So if you don't use up all your credits in one month, they do roll over to the next month, so you don't lose them. And like Sean said, you want to make sure that you're going to have this email if you do drop below 100, that's an important one. If you want to add credits on a one-time thing, you just want to buy a chunk of 500 credits, this will not create an auto reload for you, but it's just a one-time purchase. You're going to click add text credits. And then right here where it says text credits to add, you can choose 500 or you can bump it up to 1,000. It'll show you your amount that you're going to be charged right here. Breaks down the cost up above. And then you would click purchase text credits, and it's going to take you to a page where you're going to put in your credit card information or your card information. I don't want to click on it because I can't remember if you have to
It's already in there.
yeah, and I think if you've already put in your card once, you click it and then it takes you to a page to confirm that purchase again, but you only have to put in your card info, I think, one time. The other thing that I would recommend is maybe setting up an auto
Yes.
reload if you haven't already. And when you click up set up auto reload, you can choose. It defaults to 50. I kind of recommend 100, especially depending on like your unit size or customer size. But basically, when your credits get down to 100, the system will automatically add an extra 500 credits to your account for you. Again, it's $18.50 because you're buying that 500 at a one-time thing. And then you would click save auto reload. And if you haven't done that before, you'll put in your card info on the next page and save it.
Okay.
So two things that can
Perfect.
just kind of help make sure
That,
it's always going out.
Yeah,
yep,
that's helpful.
which we put that in your email, that auto load. You want to do that because let's say if you do go below your text, if your credits, if they drop below zero, we can't send anything. Everything will be paused. And you don't want to do that. And then things won't go out. So you want to set up that auto reload. That's super important to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for showing that.
Mhm.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you for being on, ladies. I appreciate it. Hopefully this was helpful, and
It
we
was.
will get back on that digital business card and just see where it takes us.
When is the next meeting, Sean?
It will it
I
won't
know
be
we're getting
next
into the
week. It's gonna
holidays.
be after the holidays.
Okay.
I might have one at the beginning of January, but then we have
Okay.
leadership.
Right.
So, which make sure you guys are there. I'll be seeing you, and I have my little goodie bags. I've already ordered my stuff, so I'm excited. Make sure you come see us. We'll be at the Embassy Suite, so we'll
Embassy.
get more
Okay.
information on that. But
Okay.
anyway, yes, I don't know. There's my answer. I just don't know. I haven't looked at it far enough.
To be decided.
It's
To be
undecided.
decided. There you go.
Yes, thank yous. But everyone have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, because I know I won't see you before, or at least in the setting. Be safe, and then hopefully we will have one, and then I'll see you at leadership, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Sean. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Where did that go?